You're locked in with the Innovators. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. What's going on? You locked in with the Innovators YouTube. You already know I got the best interviews right here, man. I got San Francisco in the building today, man. I got 7'2" TMac in the studio. What's popping?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Chilling, man. I'm just chilling. Working. That's all, man.
I see you got some new music on the way.
Oh, man, just a quick EP, man. Since I've been, doing my thing, everybody, like my little melodies, the little singing, but I got my little core fans that like that hardcore, for the trenches, the no auto-tune, the rap, because I was rapping way before I was ever, doing that. Like, you feel me? I went to jail, like, in 2016, and when I was in jail, I did all, 2 years, and that's when I started getting in my feelings so much and start writing and singing shit and start. But before that, straight bars. So you feel me? I just feel like I have to, just a quick EP, while I get this next tape loaded up. Yeah. 5 songs, no auto.
Why no auto-tune?
Because it's for the trenches real quick. It's just straight hardcore music. I got, like, my song called Butted. It's not one of my most popular, but it's one of my most popular in the Bay. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in the streets. So I'm just doing this for the streets real quick, Easier, and it's easier to produce, like, you know what I'm saying?
Do your fans get mad when you switch up your sound like that?
Man, it's crazy because even the other day when I posted the snippet to I'm finna drop this no hook tomorrow with Thizzler, feel me? I'm finna drop this no hook. Yeah. But when I posted the snippet to that motherfucker, I got a fan who was like, man, he gave me a whole long message, and you talk about he said, you talk about...
I see this right here. I was like, he said, damn, bro, it's hard, but what happened to when you said everyone in the bass sound the same, G? You had your own sound, now you just using the regular bass sound.
And then even him saying that, I don't feel like even that song is just like regular Bay. Like, I feel like the approach most Bay niggas take today, like, songs, like, I got probably 1 or 2 songs that you could probably say that. I don't feel like that's all the way one of them. Like, I feel like, but even I felt where he was coming from, you feel me? Just because I was rapping, it's just because I was rapping. I know what it was about, it's the rap, feel me? Anytime I'm rapping, but it was like, bro, and like I said to him, why would as an artist I limit myself and say, I'm not gonna do this? I never said I was not doing what I do no more. I'm just giving y'all some of this real quick, to hold y'all off. Like, so it's crazy that they took that. Any fans took that kind of reaction to me even coming out with that. Like,
it's kind of funny though how like the fans can really feel some type of way like that. The fans is crazy though, but it's like at the end of the day, you an artist, like. You shouldn't be in no box. If you want to make a song that is a Bay Area sound, you should be able to do that. If you want to make one that don't, like, you feel me?
Right.
It's your artistry.
I feel like you should just appreciate that I'm an artist who coming at you with different shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you got a lot of artists that they only approach to this shit is not only the Bay. I don't feel like it's a problem being a Bay artist and coming with the Bay sound. And that's not even what I said was the problem. What I said was the problem was artists literally taking their flows from other places and other artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they just adopting that whole style and bringing it here. And that's not really, you feel me? I don't really like that, you feel me? Because it makes it harder for us to create our own sound. But when you saying the Bay sound, you telling me as a Bay artist don't use a Bay sound, that's just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You kind of went viral for that, right? I remember that. Because Thizzler posted it.
Fake weight. It got up to like 75, so like, it got up there, it was getting up there, feel me? It started getting up there. But feel me? But that's more so what I was saying. Not necessarily, I would never say, Bay artists should not have no sound and we should just all be unique and don't have a sound as the Bay. No, that's what I want. I want us as the Bay to have a sound. I'm tired of our sound always being connected to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for sure. You trying to connect our sound to Detroit
all the time. You feel me? And it's messed up because a lot of the OGs know and a lot of people know Detroit and borrow from us a lot too. They are swag and you know what I'm saying. It's just they whole approach on stuff and it's just I feel like. What I was talking about in that interview was the support is just different. You feel me? It's more togetherness out there, and they got more people who So that's really what the main difference was. You know what I'm saying? And then it makes it easier when they got that mainstream platform for us as the Bay. We got more people that's still looking at them. You know, we got more consumers now, you know what I'm saying? So now we got more people that's trying to be that, even not knowing, you know, even all over the place, not even just Detroit. It's just one of the main examples of people who got something from us, but we got people that's trying to be like them, not even knowing they really got a lot of people that look up to our people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's some real shit. And perspective is everything when it comes to that too, for sure.
So you know what I'm saying? I was mainly saying about keeping the originality. That's more what I'm talking about, like,
which is big in the music, like,
especially the Bay though. I feel like that's what makes the Bay more than anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? And us losing that is what I feel like will make the Bay lose its sound. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like sometimes that shit even draw back to the Hyphy movement, because that shit was unique, but then they say niggas wasn't taking it serious because of that. But it's like, it's like, shit, I don't know. Like, rest in peace, Trax a Million. Like, that niggas know that nigga. He came away. I don't feel like that's true. People saying that. I feel like the truth is, like, I feel like the true statement is that we never moved on. Yeah. I feel like that's a true statement, because during the time of the Hyphy movement, if you went all around the country, you got music that was like the Hyphy movement. You got turned up music. You got, you know what I'm saying? That was the Bay's version. You know what I'm saying? It was the Hyphy movement, and it was better than everybody's else movement at that time. You know what I'm saying? It was more original. It was so now in these times that we in now, in the music that's going on now, we just don't have enough artists that are trying to make the sound unique. We got, even when you got the artists that's coming in with the melodies and singing, you still hearing them borrow too much from different artists all around, or just not enough of their own unique sound. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. It's not just the Detroit rap. It's everything, music in general. We don't have our own sound because people is hearing too many other people and trying to go based off that. People was not listening to beats and just being like, this me, let me do what I'm gonna do on here. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, this nigga hot over here, or I like Dirk. Popping in Chicago.
Dirk.
Let me try to mix it. I like Lil Baby. Let me
Baby. Instantly. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Y'all swiping Baby all day. Y'all swiping Dirk all day. Y'all swiping Baby and Dirk all day. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all just like, let me try to mix in do that. And it sound like that. And it sounded like you can hear it. Like, especially me as an artist, I hear it every time. You feel me? Yeah. And it's not like, and I'm not perfect, don't get me wrong, but see, the difference between me is I come from a musical background. Yeah. So I'm thinking about all different types of music. If I'm putting somebody's music or putting a certain style into my music, I can go anywhere from the Temptations trying to throw something in to Aaliyah. Then I might come back. Maybe one day I might say something how Dirk said it or something. But you're gonna know that this is a musical thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not even gonna be able to point out like, oh, that was some Dirk shit. Nah. Because that's not that's not the approach. I'm trying to create a new sound when I'm doing it. You feel me?
No, straight up. Can you talk about your musical background?
So basically, my uncles, my mama, all my mama's older brothers was a group. They was a singing group. So, damn, I forget their name right now. My mom gonna be mad at me for that. But they almost got signed to Motown, all the shit. Like, for real? Yeah, they was hard. They was all pimps. You feel me? They was all pimps. They was all in the streets. So, feel me? Basically some weird industry shit ended up happening. You feel me? And they didn't end up, feel me, getting it because it was certain shit they wasn't trying to do or whatever, you feel me? So it just went left. Everything went left. But growing up, you feel me? Actually, most of them died by the time I was like 5, like, you feel me? So I only had one of my uncles, feel me, but from the group. But growing up, even my auntie Annette, rest in peace, she ended up dying a little bit after too. But just growing up, you feel me? Just the music was just important. Like, you feel me? I'm always hearing it. I'm always, you feel me? Even my brothers, I got older brothers, you feel me? Yeah. One of my older brothers, he in the pen right now, for me, he from Leo, but you feel me? He was doing music way back, you feel me, 2005, 6, you feel me? So it's like I was never, before I was doing music, all of my family had some type of interest in music, like, you feel me? And because of the simple fact my uncles was singers in the back of the day and they liked that old school music, you feel me? And my mom, she loved music. She liked Erykah Badu, you feel me? She was big on Maxwell, you feel me? I personally ended up taking a liking to Luther, you feel me? So it was like Gerald Levert, like I ended up taking a like Charlie Wilson, I ended up taking a liking, feel me? So it's like that, all of that, you feel me? It just made it easier, like, especially once I started singing and shit, like, it was like, I kind of always felt like, when I started doing it, I felt like, damn, I always probably had this in me just because the musical background was it's so vibrant. It was so vibrant, feel me? So many different sounds, so many different types of music, you feel me? So I don't know. I just feel like it was meant to be, you feel me? I ended up linking up with Big Rich, you feel me, early on when I was younger, you feel me?
Yeah.
That was good for me because it's when I first started getting deeper in the streets, you feel me? So if it wasn't for that time when I even was doing that, you feel me, I would have probably never even been doing music right now because it's like that kind of kept music in my head since then, and music was always just that one little positive light that I had to keep having. So
no, that's crazy about your uncles with the music.
Yeah,
shit.
like they was almost there. They was Motown. They was there. You feel me? It was, I don't know what was going on, but it was something that once they got time to sign the deal and shake the hands, it wasn't something they was rocking with or whatever. And
shit, but you already know how the industry could be. Like
crazy, crazy, bro. So yeah, but it was always, ever since then, it was always that ghost of it could be, it should, in my family, like so, and ain't nobody never even really tried to go as far as I done went since that. So
yeah, now that's hard that you in the music and you trying to do something with it, because I think, you feel me? Shit, if your family got a musical history, I feel like that shit just be in your genes too. Same way if your dad play football and the son play
right, for real.
I think that's hard for sure. And I'm glad that you got into it. Can we talk about Frisco? Can you let people know exactly where you're from in San Francisco?
All right, specifics. I'm from MB, Fillmore, down the way. San Francisco, California, you feel me? The filthiest, that filthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
talking
about? Up.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you feel me? That's where I'm from, you feel me? I mean, it's mainly just like anywhere else, you feel me? A lot of backdoor shit going on. That's why it's the filthy to me, like, you feel me? That's why I'm always referring. That's where my slime, and I'm always talking that slime shit come from, because I'm from the filthy, so I know what that's about. Like, I grew up in it. Like, you feel me? I live it every day that I'm over there. It's the feeling. It's all around. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just the whole city, really. But everybody from the Mo knows it's one of the slimiest places. You feel me?
Do you still live in your city?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like living in your city still? Because you feel me? You got a buzz. You're not the same. You know how niggas, they say niggas got to get out their city. You feel me? Like, is that how you feel?
I mean, definitely. It's definitely different. Like, it's definitely more comfortable me being, feel me, in LA, being anywhere else, you feel me, trying to, do something, or even, in the city, it's different. Like, I want you to move away, being from the city, you got to really move away. Like, I feel like that's the difference between being from San Francisco and being from other places in the Bay. Like, I feel like other places in the Bay feel like San Francisco is more of a safe haven. Like, I feel like people from other places come to San Francisco from like, I'm cool out here. Like, I don't really got to worry about my problems out here.
Yeah.
People in San Francisco go everywhere else in the Bay and it's still like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's that feeling that I kind of got to get away, but it's different because I know that I gotta move far away to get away. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I can't just move out of San Francisco. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I gotta be able to go. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like the feeling is definitely there, but it's also that I know. I also know that it's like I ain't gonna fool myself. You feel me? Really leaving me, and I'm really gotta be moving. I really gotta be going. Like, for me going a few miles away. That's not nothing.
Yeah. Nah, I was just thinking, recently I came out with a list, 32 NorCal artists to look out for. You was on there.
Yes, sir.
The list shit I was kind of doing, you feel me? And I want to just say, like, you on the list, you feel me? Right. But there was people that was like, damn, bruh, I wasn't on the list. Even with the top 20 list I had talked to you about, like, people was mad. People was mad that they positioned on the list. People was mad that they wasn't on the list. But I even gave people my next 5 just because people was like, you didn't put these niggas on there. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's all opinion based.
Right. That's the number one.
And the funny thing was, my whole thing about it was like, bro, like, I'm a Bay nigga, but like my platform is bigger than the Bay, so I'm just giving light to the niggas that's not familiar to tap in. You feel me? Just because you're not on none of the list don't mean you're not finna pop this shit. Right. I'm like, I don't control if niggas pop this shit.
But look, I think that's more of an ode to you and kudos to you and just the opinion, like how people is valuing your opinion and
that's
shit
crazy.
Now, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And that just get to let you know how much that your opinion matter in this shit to where it's like when you state your opinion, it's like, bro, what? Like I didn't make the list. What? You know, like you feel me?
Phone calls.
It's like when I seen them, when I seen the first list, it was like I understood. It seemed to me I understood where you was coming from. Like, you know, in every list, I feel like it's always gonna be somebody that's not in anybody's list. You know what I'm saying? So when I didn't see some wild lists. I feel like, you feel me? People was calling niggas top 20 that literally nobody didn't heard of and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your list was like, people know everybody on their list.
For sure.
People hopped on that are fans of certain people and was like, man, why he not on this? And then I told you, once you did the extra 5, I'm like, that makes sense. The whole list makes sense if that's your N5 because it's like, I feel like the only reason why people trip on you about the list is because if the nigga's not on the list, they like, oh, you don't even know this nigga. You ain't think about this nigga. He's not on the radar. He's not popping to you. He's not a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody. So niggas is hopping on fans. Is hopping on like, what? How is he not on the list? He's the best to me. Like
I'm talking about. Niggas was telling me like, these niggas got more money than you. These niggas more lit than you. I'm like, bro, like. Hold on, bro. Like, you getting personal.
Once you start to get to that goes to show you where the game is even going. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, did we base this a rap? Like, this is a music list, bro.
Yeah, like
y'all basing just so you base the rappers you listen to off that type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? This is music that we talking about. Like,
I'm just like, nigga, this shit getting too personal.
No, is getting that on the verge of death threats about these lists.
I'm like, hold on. I'll be having to catch myself too. I'll be like, bro, these niggas really don't know you. Like,
no,
arguing back and forth with niggas on the
man, they don't even be caring, bro. They be just on this internet. They get behind.
People say anything on the internet. That's why you have to realize, like, bro, like you don't gotta address niggas.
That's why I be trying not to respond most of the time. But even on that comment that you mentioned earlier, that comment is sometimes with certain comments I like to make just because I know somebody else is probably thinking that or something too. So let me just make this general response. So anybody else that's feeling like that, this is their, you know what I'm saying?
And sometimes that's why I respond too, because it's like niggas see that comment. But it's like, if you don't say nothing, it's just like, everybody like, oh, okay, I agree with him. And he ain't say nothing back. Like, it's like, nah, nigga, I seen that motherfucker. I want to address it.
And nigga make the right comment. It's like, oh, you knew the right comment to make because everybody else making these other comments, that's the one that nigga gonna get a response to.
Yeah. Nah, straight up. The Bipping culture in the city, like, it kind of like got famous as fuck. I don't think that was niggas' original intention.
No, of course not. Of course not.
The shit is everywhere right now. It's on the news. Shit, like it's kind of crazy. You feel me? Like
I heard they getting down in the A now.
Somebody I know just got their window bipped out here recently. This week type shit.
It's going down.
It's kind of crazy.
It's going down. It's viral. Bipping is viral for sure.
Yeah, like that shit's hella crazy. Like, it's like, I guess niggas been doing it for years, but that was never something I had. Like, I'm from Richmond, but niggas wasn't doing that really in the rich like that, or they wasn't busting my people windows like that. Yeah. But like now, I don't know. I guess because like the camera phone kind of.
No, like, you know, I mean, as far as Bipping go, really, to be honest, Bipping is so old in San Francisco. It really go back all the way to the 2000s, and really before, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I know for sure in the 2000s, the spark plugs. You know what I'm talking about? The spark plugs is really where the Bipping even came from. You know what I'm saying? And then once the car punchers came in, you feel me? It was like the little rescues came in, and it was different as far as it was faster. It was, you know what I'm
quicker,
saying?
Boom,
and then it went crazy. It went crazy. Everybody was doing it. It was hitting for hundreds to thousands, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? So that's how it got where it got to. You feel me? Once you got into any situation, that's how selling crack got popular. Any situation where you got niggas hitting for hundreds of thousands or making hundreds of thousands,
we about to run this
you
shit
know what
up.
I'm saying? It's going up. You know what I'm talking about? San Francisco, a tourist city too, so you know what I'm saying?
And that's
been
the thing.
waking the tourists. You know, the tourists get woke up, so you know what I'm talking about?
It's hella funny though, cause my dad had a good friend, but my dad Haitian. He had a good friend that lived in the projects in the city. I don't remember which one, but I remember like going there, but before that, niggas had only went to Pier 39 and over there only went to like the Giants game. I wouldn't even. I was a kid, but I was like, damn. The city look a whole lot different. It's a lot of niggas over here. Like, it's kind of crazy to me. Like, now, like, people see, like, oh, the city, like, it's not just what niggas see on the TV. Like, nah, it's some real shit going down here.
That's the crazy part, especially when you from out there, because it's like, we always see, like, I don't know, like, cities like LA and shit, it's like, I feel like you said, everybody really still kind of know what it is, even seeing it on the TV and shit, but it's like, when I be seeing my city on the TV, like you said, it's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always different. Like, it's never been no movie or nothing that promotes San Francisco really in the light that I always see it in what I go through on a daily basis.
The politically correct
but it's
way.
mainly, it's mainly, and that's what I was saying earlier, the city really so mainly because it stretches. Like, you know, it stretches throughout the whole bay. Like, stuff happened in the city, in Oakland, in Richmond, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's some city shit going on. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, it's different being from out there. Like, you know, it's wild everywhere. And that's why I say San Francisco is so slimy, because it's so much, like, a lot of people's shit is so upfront. You know what I'm talking about? We beefing with him, San Francisco is so much sneaky stuff going on. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, it's just different, and I feel like that's part of the reason, because all the stuff that go on in San Francisco is not always in San Francisco. You know what I'm talking about? So it's not just a murder every day. You know what I'm talking about? But it's a murder all the time. It might not have been in San Francisco, but you know what I'm talking about? So it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's different, but it's definitely wild. It's definitely wild. Yeah, definitely.
How has fatherhood been for you?
Man, it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful just watching her. First off, just watching her grow, like, you know. But secondly, just even just the look that she give me, just it's a different type of look, like that your child give you. That just, I don't know. It give me a reason to live every day, and I feel like that's big. Like, that's one of the biggest parts, you know. The responsibility and always knowing that it's somebody that you got to care for is that's another thing. But that's the same thing, but just first and foremost, more simply, it's to give me a reason to live and wake up every day and try to make something happen, make something shake. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like that's important, and that's serious, and that's something that I don't know. I don't want to say need, because I don't feel like everything just need a baby, but as a man, I feel like you need to have that on your shoulders so you become a man. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So.
Nah, for sure.
That's big.
And grow you the fuck up too.
Right. You feel me? So that, I feel like that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it needs to be, but something like that, I feel like every man needs. You know what I'm saying? So
nah, I agree with that shit for sure. Going back to the music, are there any producers that you rocking with specifically right now?
Man, any producers that I'm rocking with specifically? So Remy Music, I like his beats. Reese Beats, I definitely want to get to work with Reese Beats.
Going up right now.
Man, I'm trying to think. It's a few of them. My boy, produced by Cinco. Yeah. He had did with Polo.
Yeah, he going up right now.
I'm trying to get some work in with him. His boy too, my boy Inter Banks. Yeah. I'm trying to get, you know, but man, as far as out here, Remedy, I like Remedy shit. Yeah. Space on the Beat. Yeah. Like, it's a few of them. It's a lot
of producers coming out of NorCal right now. It's kind of crazy.
It's a few of them.
Our music scene is tight as fuck.
Yeah, I know I miss somebody, but bro, it's a lot of, like, especially me as versatile as I am as an artist, I'm always hearing somebody's beats that I like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm always hearing something that is like, oh, like, because it's so many different ways as an artist I be wanting to go. So it's like it don't take much for me to hear something like, oh, I could do something with that. So man, and the producers is always, and then that's the thing about the Bay. See, that's the beauty in the struggle I feel like is going on in the Bay right now, as far as us in our musical sound. Yeah. The beauty in it is our producers is kind of all like, you know, they're making so many different type of beats to help us find our sound. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type. It's not like it's a Bay music producer. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bay music producers is making that different, all these different sounds from how the artist is, but it's a beauty in it because it's some real jewels coming up out of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beauty in that.
And some I've been noticing with the Bay producers that I think more of the artists should take on a lot of collabing. Yeah. Niggas just collabing. Yeah. But the producers don't got the same politics as the artists.
Right. Nah, but collabing, that's a big thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Collabing is a big thing as far as the Bay. Like, if we did more of, we probably would help all each other, you know what I'm saying, get a little bigger. But as far, I feel like I always say that the Bay politics be getting into the music more than anywhere else. But I just feel like it's not even that. I feel like it's politics everywhere in the music, but I feel like it's more importantly the structure. I feel like the Bay doesn't have as much structure, so the linking up is way harder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere else is more structure, so, you know, linking up is more simple. Like, oh, we linking up. You know, in the Bay, it's like, I want to link up, but I don't really, it's too much of that all the time, you know what I'm saying?
But so, like you said, shit is slimy.
So and that's, you know what I'm saying? And coming from San Francisco, I know personally any San Francisco artist coming from our city, I know they instantly thinking like that. Like, I don't know what going to dealing with a Richmond artist, dealing with a Oakland artist, I don't know what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be fucked up how the streets play so big of a part in some like this music that could be so much bigger.
You think it should be like that, or you feel like it just is what it is?
I mean, you know, it's a two-sided sword for me. I mean, two-sided thing for me, because it's like you got one side of it, you know, as being a rapper, just being an artist, period. Of course, like I want us to all be able to work together. Like, you know, I want us to be able to like really come and turn the Bay all the way up. You know, help each other, help the Bay create a sound. But then you got the other aspect as being in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I understand what's going on. So it's like I'm not the advocate for trying to make it happen, because I know it's certain artists that a person is trying to say, hey, make a song with him. I'm like, nah, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm more probably open to working with other artists because I've seen bigger already than some other artists. So for me, I'm probably a little more woke, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still like I understand what's going on. So
it's still some shit that like, even though you understand it can be bigger, it's shit that you can't really change.
Yeah, you can't
it's just kind of already set in stone.
And it's just sad. That shit just sad because this shit is just kind of already, you know, it's kind of over with already. But I feel like it's a lot of artists as far as the collabing. And on a good note, I feel like it's a lot of artists that it's really not no issues or nothing with or nothing that could work together, but it's just not happening based off a lot of other stuff that I don't feel like really, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it is a lot of artists that should be working together though. Like,
nah, for sure. And I feel like there's a new era of like saying you fuck with a nigga also mean like you sucking him. It's like, nah,
bro,
you can just like somebody's music,
bro. And that's even for me. That's something that I even been going through. Like, even on the political street tip. Like, and that's what makes it hard for artists to try to work with other artists, because even if you post an artist song or you post another artist song from your city, you know, it's like, it's instantly like, bro, what? Like, it's y'all together? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all clicked up, y'all. It's like, bro, I can't like nobody music from my city without us having the same politics, or I can't like nobody from Oakland music without us necessarily, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that really show you what the mindset is right now. Like, maybe that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Like, they gotta be riding, I gotta be trying to click up, just to simply like a song, and it gotta be all of that. It's so deep that people think into this shit.
The reason why I'm laughing is because it be the same for me. I be like, niggas would feel some type of way that I like somebody's music. I'm like, bro, half the time, unless it's on YouTube or you put it out there, I really don't know who you got an issue with.
Right. So, and don't know, people don't do nothing but put light on the situation. Like,
I don't even know y'all niggas had an issue, but like, that ain't got shit to do with me. I really don't care. Like,
right. I feel like even in me as an artist, I feel like I probably would be way bigger if it wasn't for that simple fact right there. The posting somebody's music and they feeling like, oh, I'm a part of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And that's fucked up. Like, I wish that I could just take myself out of that light so people could just have that full comfortability with my music and all that to where it can just be what it is. But it's so much connected to it now. I mean, and I'm getting past this, you know what I'm saying? The more music you make that's just undeniable, that's what I try to do as an artist. I'm always trying to make undeniable music. Other artists don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's them. That's their route. That's how they got to go. Yeah. But me, I'm always aiming to make some undeniable shit, you know? Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, a motherfucker gotta be like, man, fuck what y'all got going on. I'm listening to this. You know what I'm saying? I know that that's something I got on my shoulders. I just gotta do that. You feel me? So,
and I think you can do it. And what you said, if the music is undeniable, all the street shit kind of go out the window because my homie was just telling me, he was like, bro, with Roddy, niggas don't even forget that, bro, of Crit. Right. The gangster shit ain't really associated with him like that, you feel me? And I'm like, damn, like, he's like, he really from the hood, but like,
for sure.
He kind of grew past that, like,
right?
You feel me? So that's just possible though.
Right, and that's just always what I'm aiming for, and I just know I just got to keep working. I just got to keep working, put in that 4 album in a year work, like, because I know I could produce it. That's another thing that I know I got over a lot of artists. I know that I'm willing, and I know that I'm capable of producing a lot of music, like at one time. For me, I just haven't did it just because sometimes you just as an artist, you might get caught up too much in other people's opinion or what other people got going on connected to what you got going on. And I feel like it's important at some point in time as an artist for you to just kind of do what you want, what you need to do. Yeah. You know, get it in how you feel like you need to get it in as an artist, you know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset I'm in right now. Just work. I just gotta work.
Yeah. No, straight up. As far as the Frisco music scene, how you feel about it? I feel like y'all got like such a wide variety of artists, and then y'all got like 24K Golden.
Right. It's my boy.
You feel me? Like, doesn't really have the stereotypical bass sound. People were mad at me for putting them on this list.
That was crazy. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. It'd be crazy to me people be hating on Golden. Like, feel me? That'd be crazy to me because I feel like Golden is helping us get that bigger platform. Like, because it's not like Golden don't rep San Francisco. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He do.
To the fullest.
So it's like, I feel like he could not rep San Francisco because San Francisco ain't did nothing for him. Yeah. Like, you feel me? So, I don't know. The shade, I don't be respecting it because I feel like himself even being like, I'm from out there, coming and doing stuff like he's coming home and you know, coming out here. It promotes us, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like everybody, especially artists, should respect that, you know what I'm saying? And, feel me, it's pop rap. Like, it's rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got rap, you know? It's like you could try to call me not a rapper, like, sometime, but it's like, people not gonna do that because I'm rapping, what I'm singing about be the streets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
it's because he's not on the
streets. Feel me? I didn't heard him spit bars. Like, these bars be in these songs, like in his songs. You know, you got stuff with Future, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's an artist. I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? But he does rap and stuff, but I feel like we all artists. I thought that you can't pick and choose, because I feel like I call myself an artist. A lot of rappers out here nowadays is calling themselves an artist because they make all different type of music. Yeah. So you can't pick and choose and be like, he's not an artist, or he's not a rapper now. Now we're bringing it back to rapper now because we're talking about him. But I thought we was all artists now. So you know what I'm saying? So don't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, straight up, I do feel like I don't know why he gets so much shit, but I'm just like, bro, like, y'all can't deny what someone has done. Like, and y'all might not be knowledgeable of it.
No, yeah. and if that's the case, just ask, you feel me, and try to get up on it, or no, you feel me? Or even if you don't like it, be like, I don't really like that music. But you still have to respect it's a whole lot of fucking people that like this music. Yeah, you gotta respect that. Anything other than that is hating. You hating.
And that go back to like the whole NorCal sound. Like, don't get me wrong, I like this shit, but it is a lot of like gangster type shit.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but don't knock the nigga that's not
right. That's trying to make it bigger than that.
Be yourself, because if he was doing gangster music, y'all would say that's not
y'all
him.
Clowning him. Y'all gonna be clowning him. Like, look at this goofy ass man. He being who he is, and y'all like, man, like that's the type of reasons why people do that. So it's like that's the mindset that we need to get out of. You know what I'm saying? This mindset of everybody need to be like us. Everybody need to be like me. Everybody need to be trying to do what he's doing or be like how he's being. Yeah. Because people is being scared. Even it goes as far as to our music scene, because you got artists that's scared to try to be who it is that they're supposed to be as an artist. Even if these is gangster rappers, you got them scared to try to rap however else new gangster rap from the Bay we was gonna have, because they're so worried about they shit not going up enough, because they're not rapping, they're not doing the shit that other people doing in their videos. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's becoming too much of everybody trying to play the same game and being on the same race, and it's fucking us up. Like, you feel me? And the fans is kind of part of it too, because it's like y'all part of it, because y'all got everybody feeling like they gotta have Ks and ARs and Glocks with 30s in their videos. We all gotta be talking about shooting each other all the time. You feel me? It's just, it's y'all helping. Y'all making people feel like this the only way that they can become something. You feel me? And now, even as far as like deals and stuff, it's becoming more about how many views and the artist is getting. So it's like they trying to go, this the goal that they're reaching for. You know what I'm saying?
Not real shit. That's real shit. But yeah, the city music scene is crazy. Like, how you feel about it? It's a lot of niggas from the city that's popping right now.
Now, the thing about the city music, the thing about San Francisco music scene is still all the what I'm talking about, Bay rap and all of that. I still have a lot of respect for San Francisco music scene right now, because I feel like it does still kind of in a way show our diversity as a city. Like, you kind of still know what San Francisco is like. A little bit, I feel like it's a little more deeper that we could be into it, but I feel like people are starting to understand. You go from Golden, you go to Stunnerman 02, Big Steppin', you feel me? You go to that Filthy, you go to your Yeez, your Beans, you feel me? Zay Bang, you know what I'm saying? You come to me, you know what I'm talking about? It's you getting all this different yada, you know what I'm saying? You getting all of that. You getting all of that different, you know what I'm saying? You kind of getting that feel. I feel like we could dig deeper. Like, you know, if our street artists was bigger, then it would be better. You know what I'm saying? Because everywhere else, they street artists is big. So you seeing the city in such a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you know so much about those hoods. Because their street artists are big. You know what I'm saying? If our street artist was a little bit bigger, then you would know more about that side of San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? So
not real shit. Like, how did you grow up? Were your parents around? Like what was that like? I know you talking about your mom. Right?
Mostly moms. Feel me? Pops was around in and out, like, kind of till I was in second grade.
Yeah.
Then it was just me and moms. Pops, he be having a lot going on. Like, he don't, feel me? He don't think about nobody but himself. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like that affected you in any way? Like.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Like, you feel me? Because for one, it was like my pops and moms. It was like a big blow up type shit. Like, so that's always like traumatized. Like, oh, it's like that.
Yeah.
Then it's just, I don't know, not being able to, like, I don't know, just being a little boy, adolescent, even that, and not being able to rely on your father. It just make you look at everybody different. Like, you feel me? Especially men, any man, feel me, different. Like, you feel me? It make it harder to trust. Like, you feel me? Yeah. Especially in that type of way. Like, how that situation was. It's like he's just a person that made it hard to trust people. Like, you feel me? I feel like so. But it also, like, it inspired me. At some point, it started inspiring me. Once I started growing up, I started getting in my teens, and I started realizing, like, man, I need to, like, be more to my mama, like, you know what I'm saying? Or even just for myself, like, because I ain't even going to try to make it sound like I'm just, because the first way I felt like I could help my mom was to start taking more care of myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's not like I just instantly as a young was like, oh, I need to take care of my mama. I was like, man, I think I could take some of the weight off my mom if I try to start taking care of myself.
Yeah.
And you feel me? And then jumping into the streets, I feel like having a father is important, because even if your father is in the streets or not, just having that guidance is important, because it's all these older niggas you looking up to, you feel me? And you don't really know what their intentions is, like for real, but you ain't got no dad, so it's like everybody that's older than you, where you at, you kind of just looking up to, like, you feel me? Yeah. Especially if y'all get along enough, like, you feel me? And you can end up being misled, like, you feel me? Yeah. So that's important, you feel me? That's a whole different route in life a nigga might have led had he had his father, like, you feel me? So,
yeah, that's real shit. Can you say how you got into the streets? Like, how did that happen, just being outside?
I mean, shit, like I said, really, to be honest, like, as far as Fillmore, like I grew up in a mo, like, you feel me? So it's like before I was thugging, that's what I was doing, like, you feel me? But even as far as going, like, to be specific to my block, before I even just started being like, oh, I'm right here, this is what I'm doing, like, what made it like that, it's crazy, because it really was like some money shit. Like I said, I told moms I could take the weight off her by taking care of myself, so I started trying to hit. I started getting money, and it just so happened that like, you feel me, this who I be with, like, we doing what we doing, and it just was a lot of other shit going on. But I was a young nigga, so it was like I wasn't really paying attention to all. I wasn't really tripping off like the other shit, like, and it really wasn't as serious, like, you feel me, back then, like, especially to me. But once it's like shit start being your friends and it's shit that you involved in, the situations then it's like it's now you in it, like, you feel me? And I feel like that's different. That's the difference between, like, I don't know, a lot of people have, like, they shit that they in, it's like they grandparents shit, like, nah, but, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really know what that's like, you feel me? Because my shit kind of started, like, in my generation type shit.
So it's like...
Yeah, so it's like, I came outside to get money, like, you feel me? I really did, like, you feel me? I really did. Ironically enough, it wasn't too long before my whole mindset was changed, like, and it was switched, and that wasn't my first priority when it came to this shit no more. So that's how easy that shit can happen, though, feel me? But definitely was to get some money, like, feel me, take some weight off moms, like, feel me? I was trying to buy the new Griffies and, you know, all that for myself, like, you know.
Yeah.
Just got more serious, got more deeper, feel me?
Hey, you said you was locked up for 2 years?
Yeah, damn near, you feel me, just about.
Can you say why you got locked up, if you want to say? You don't got to, though.
It was an attempted murder case. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
It was an attempted murder case, though, you feel me? It's an attempted murder case. But yeah, I did my time, for me. I ended up having to plea out to assault with a firearm and shit. But you feel me? But yeah, so that was and I was fresh 18, you feel me? I had been on probation since I was about 12, like, you feel me? I had got off on my birthday, February 10th, so I got off when I turned 18 on February 10th that year, and I caught that case April.
Damn.
I caught that case in April, so.
Damn. What was your time like? Was you making music at that time?
Yeah, so that's when I ain't gonna lie, that's when I started really becoming a good artist for real. During that time stint right there, that's when I started becoming a good artist, like, you feel me? It's like when I started getting into the singing shit, like, you feel me? When I just started, I don't know, just I knew I was a good lyricist, but it's cause I had made one song, feel me? OG song, all the homies know, called Getting It Back, and I just was catting off trying to just do my fake melodizing, but I made the song right before I went in, so it's the song I was thinking about, so I kind of was like, man, let me try to make that more lyrical, like how I be doing my rap, so that's where I started getting that melodic vibe. Like,
what was you doing with your time?
Shit, mostly just music, like, mostly just writing, like, that's most of what I was doing. There was so much going on. I used to be so worried about the case and shit, like, that was the only thing that I was doing that was taking my mind off of that shit, like, was writing, singing songs to niggas calling me to the, bro, sing that song and shit like that. When the day went by like that, time went by, I wasn't thinking about that shit like that, like, you feel me?
Nah, I got you for sure. Yo, you cut your hair?
Yeah, I still got mine too.
Okay,
I had my shit for 8 years before I cut it.
Jeez.
Yep.
You used to have dreads though?
Yep.
Okay, I was looking at your old shit. I was like, I see you got the tail, but like this nigga had dreads though.
Yeah, some long ass dreads.
Why you cut the dreads?
It was time for them to go. It was.
There was different colors too.
Yeah. First I had them. When I first dyed them, I probably had them from like 2 years, probably a year and a half, 2 years when I first dyed them. Black with the blonde.
Yeah.
And down the road, feel me? I ended up right before I cut them, I think it was like blonde and red or something. Try to make like yellow red type shit, like
yeah.
Feel me? But yeah, feel me? My shit was long as fuck. That was a nice set. It was a nice set. I still got them too. Feel me? But yeah.
Do you know like where the tails came from or like how that shit started?
It's crazy because it's funny that you asked me that because I do not know where it started from. I do not know the history behind the tail or why it's feel me. Yeah. I really don't. Like feel me, that'd be a good question. Feel me? I hope an OG nigga game me up on it after he see this or something.
Yeah.
Feel me? But I just feel me, especially as a young Mo nigga, I don't know how everybody from the city feel, but especially being from Fillmore, I feel like from Fillmore, especially like the tails, like feel me, we feel me. I don't know. It's just something.
What y'all do?
It was just always in. Like, it was always something for us to want to do. Like
yeah.
So.
Do you have a deal with Thizzler or like what y'all you doing distribution?
I had a Thizzler deal ending in like October last year. But like I said, I dropped surfing through Thizzler still. That was after my deal. Feel me? I'm finna drop with them tomorrow on their channel. Feel me? So my deal with Thizzler is over, but we still got a cool relationship. We got a good relationship. Stay in contact.
Are you trying to sign a deal? Like what's your goal for yourself?
I mean, as far as the deal go, like you know, I definitely want to sign a deal. Feel me? I want to sign a deal because I know that shit, you know, it could be life changing if it's the right deal or just any deal. Period is a good, you know, head start. Like I'm willing to sign a deal. I do know the perks to being independent and all of that, but I also know the perks to being signed to a deal and stuff like that. And I know that I'm a rapper, an artist that could put in that work. Can, you know, the kind of reasons why niggas don't be wanting to sign deals. Yeah. I know that I'm an artist that can, you know, get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's more of a reason why it's like I'm more willing to sign a deal than a lot of artists I know from the Bay, especially are like, you feel me? But definitely, that's my end goal, feel me?
In the studio, what's your process?
So usually it's crazy because I just start trying to do some different shit, but usually I go in the studio and I got most of my shit ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't practice my songs for at least a day or two. You feel me? And I go in there
that's fire.
And I get it done. I started a new process like recently where I try to freestyle my shit, like my singing shit though. Yeah. And some shit, it came out fire. Like, you feel me? I could let you hear some shit when we done. Or but it came out smooth, feel me? And I was expecting to like take a little more time, but I really wasn't even taking more time. Like, I was high off pill, feel me, and shit. But it was flowing smooth, you feel me? So it's a process that I want to be able to start doing more. Like, when I initially started doing it, I told myself I was going to stop writing, but then later on I told myself that's dumb. Like, I don't know why. I've decided as an artist it's never smart to just not do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do both. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel like now. Like, I'm writing, but then I want to really get that experience in as an artist, being able to spend a long period of time in the studio recording songs that I haven't pre-prepared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if I'm writing a little bit in the studio real quick and then I'm recording this, but I like that experience. You feel me? That right there at the moment. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you feel me? Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah. So, yeah.
What's your sign?
Aquarius.
Oh, for real? 10. That's one of my favorite signs. Aquarius and Pisces, my favorite two signs. Yeah. I'm a Libra, though. I fuck with that. My mama Aquarius. That's what's up. As far as like moving forward, like I know you got a new project out, like coming out soon. Like, what can the people expect from you this year?
I mean, y'all can expect probably, you know, inshallah, the most y'all have seen from me just as far as music and just as far as music. This is gonna be the most music y'all probably seen from me, like, from this time that anybody know me. Because I know ever since that I even got my buzz and people started knowing who I was, the one thing is being like my consistency or me just keep dropping and just keep giving people music that they want. And you feel me? And I just want people to realize this shit is a process. Like, feel me? This shit is not, especially to be a good artist, it's not just easy to produce good music. Like, you feel me? And I feel like, you feel me, I be trying to make good music. So, but just this year for sure, more than anything, the most music, feel me, that I didn't put out, like, you feel me? And yeah, that's what you're gonna expect this year. A lot of TMac. You're gonna be hearing a lot of TMac. You're gonna hear the I'm bringing even though I did the no auto, like my next tape is gonna be like my singing shit. I'm trying to have hella club shit in there still. Like, you feel me? Yeah. I did the rapping shit, turned up shit, but I'm still got some singing songs that I'm turned up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All kind of different shit. Just the same me, but just a whole lot more. Lot more.
Which I rock with that. The Street Gospel Project, dropped that last year. Mm-hmm. What was the mindset for that project?
So I mean, the title Street Gospel, you feel me? I'm in the streets, you feel me? But it's gospel, you feel me? It's gospel because I'm preaching. This is shit that this is not just the glorified, you know what I'm saying? This is not just bang bang. This is not just I'm a street nigga. So you feel me? I got my gun bars, I got all of that. But I feel like just as an artist, I feel like street gospel, and that's why my next project is continuing. You feel me? Street gospel 2, but it's gonna be demon music. Feel me? But it's street gospel 2 for sure. Yeah. But I feel like I'm sticking to that because as an artist, I feel like it describes who I am. Like, you feel me? I want you to hear. I'm not trying to always make it sound good. Yeah. I want you to hear when this shit sound bad because I'm telling you the real. I'm telling you how this shit really make you feel, what you really gonna go through in this shit. And I feel like that's important. Feel me? And I don't knock artists. I don't necessarily knock artists that just straight up glorify this shit, but I don't like that sometimes because, you feel me, the kids, you know, they listen to this shit, like, you feel me? And I feel like if you gonna make that music, always try to make something that's letting them know what this shit really get them, like, you feel me? Because kids take music serious.
Not straight up.
Not even just kids. Anybody, like, you feel me, can be influenced by an artist. Once an artist is your favorite artist, like, people be trying to do all type of shit, like, copying them. Yeah. So even somebody as far as YoungBoy, I still got respect for YoungBoy. Yeah. All the street shit that he be going through on the media and all that, I feel like he still gives you a vivid image of what you can go through in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still showing you the bad sides of this shit. Like, you feel me? And I feel like that's important too. So I just feel like gospel, as far as this street gospel shit, I'm giving you the real. I'm giving you I'll give you the glorification. You feel me? And I'm turned up about it and this shit that be going on. You know, I can't act like I don't be happy when certain shit other people wouldn't be happy about. You know what I'm talking about? But at the end of the day, I do have a conscience, like, you feel me, and I can't acknowledge that the shit that I didn't went through is not good. It's traumatic, like, you feel me, and it's shit that you shouldn't be happy about, you feel me, and it's shit that you shouldn't want to go through, and that you should hope that your people don't have to go through. So that's what that's about, you feel me.
How do you deal with that though?
I mean, shit, to be honest, that's a good question. Shit, it's hard. Nah, for real though, on some real shit, like, you feel me, it's hard. Like, I could come right out and say, oh, me making music, like, you feel me, that helps me do, and it does to a certain extent, like, you feel me. I had to make sure that I'm continuing to do music just so it can take a little part off of it, like, you feel me. But shit, you can only deal with it how, like, you feel me, it's like, it's only so much you can do for some of the shit that a nigga been through, and when you think about it and when it's going through your head, it's only so much you can do to just take it off your head. Yeah. You feel me? Sometimes you have nights, you feel me, that it's like, man, it's a nigga just feeling down, or a nigga just feeling dark. But music help a lot though, like, it does, like, you feel me. And I feel like just trying to keep positive, just keep that positive, some type of positivity going around. See, one of the things that's been fucking me up lately is this COVID shit. Besides my hand fucked up. But besides this COVID shit, man, the hooping been different, man. Going to the gym and hooping, man, it ain't been the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Yeah. That's some shit that I used to do too that'll help just for all that type of shit. So, man, shit like that is different too.
What happened with your hand?
Man, I just fucked my shit up, man. Broke my hand, man.
Damn. What you was doing? You rather not say?
I was catting off.
Yeah.
I was catting off, man.
How do you? Death is something I would say you've seen a lot growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Friends, like, loved ones, like.
For sure.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, how do I handle it?
Because it's not easy. I've lost some close people to me too.
It's crazy.
You never really get over this shit.
Yeah. It's like you don't never get over it, but it's crazy because I just learned to. I ain't even gonna say I learned, but this cliche as fuck. But I'm just don't feel it. Like I'm numb to most of the time. Like you feel me? But I don't know. It's just once you didn't seen it so much, it's kind of it really does just become like the news. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like when it hit close to home, it hit close to home. So you know what I'm saying? But it's still a different reaction. Like you know what I'm saying? Once you didn't got to over 4, 5, 6 people that you didn't know personally, like and been around and dealt with that didn't died, like you feel me, and you ain't even really. I don't think probably I hit 18 yet before it was like that. Probably not even 17. So
that's not normal though.
You feel me? Once I'm 23 now, like you feel me. So it's like now when something happened, it's kind of like I'm still got the anxiety, you feel me, and like, oh man, but it's like the emotion just ain't the same because it's like, I don't know, this shit could drive you to the edge, so you really can't always feel some type. I feel like that's how I feel. Like you can't always feel some type of way about everything. You have to come to a point where you gotta build more of a shell around yourself as far as letting shit get to you, because it could drive you crazy. Like
I completely agree with you for sure. You have to. Man, I've lost some. I've lost some pretty close people to me, and it's just be like, damn, like, but like you know, somebody will pass away. Like, the most tough death a nigga went through was when he was like in his teens. You feel me?
Yeah.
So now it's just like
speaking of which, tomorrow is the death anniversary of my 4 homies. They died on January 9th, 2015. Yeah, you feel me? Tomorrow, so it's like, and I was like 16. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I lost 4 friends on one day, and I was 16 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and before that, I had already lost numerous of family members. Like, part of the reason why a nigga in the streets, as tough as I'm in the streets, is because of the disconnection with my family, because of all the deaths in my family in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, going through that and that really being like the real whole foundation of all that's going on, that shit cut deep. So that going right into that, it was like, man, it's like, feel me, after that, even just right after that, it just was harder for me to even feel. Like, feel me?
Nah, I can understand that for sure. Is there anything you want to address before you get out of here?
No auto dropping 1/14/22, man, January 14th. Yeah. I want to let my brother Beefy, you feel me? One of the 4 that died, his birthday on the 14th, you feel me? We dropping that day. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram, feel me, 72 TMac. Subscribe, man. Be watching out for that Street Gospel 2 Demon music. That's on the way. That's going to be crazy. Yeah. But you feel me? No auto.
Just for my last question, I want to ask you, what advice would you give to the younger TMac?
Man, trust less of other people's opinion and more of your own gut. You feel me? Try harder at the positive things, like, you feel me? Try harder, put as much effort as you put into the bullshit, into the positive things, like, you feel me? And just be smart, think twice, feel me? Think twice. That's all.
I want to ask you this before you go. Did your name, like, did that have anything to do with Tracy McGrady or not?
So not initially. The name TMac was given to me for real. Like, feel me, my other partners named me TMac for real. Yeah. But I love basketball. I love Tracy McGrady. You feel me?
For real, okay.
He is one of my favorite. So it's a coincidence for real because I was given my name Tariq. Like, you feel me? My real name is Tariq McNeely, like, you feel me? So it's almost like, you feel me? And I'm from the Mac, so it's like, I don't know, it went easy. But I love hoop, like, you feel me? That's one of the things I was doing before I really was in the streets, like, and shit. But I love Tracy McGrady, you feel me? So it's just like, it was one of the things that just went together instantly. I always be bringing him in, like, my raps, like,
I had to ask you that, bro.
I love that nigga.
I rock with that heavy. I wish you much success moving forward, bro. I know you're gonna do your thing.
Same to you, man.
You feel me? Keep going up. Keep your foot on the gas for sure. You feel me? We got 7-2 TMac in the studio. Dope interview on the way. I appreciate you pulling up.
Appreciate you for having me, man. God, this has been a cool vibe, nice experience. It was a nice talk, man. Best interview that I done had so far in my interviews.
I appreciate you.
Feel me? I knew it was gonna be. I told you. I'm like, man, I knew you was gonna have the best one. Like,
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Dope one on the way for sure. You're locked in with the Innovators. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell.